Hello everybody and welcome back to our 4th Age Rhovanion campaign where we are outside the walls of Amrundor, the farthest city in the east. This is the city that is closest to the eastern edge of the map, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe there's one exception, possibly one Kandian city. But certainly this is the farthest east we have ever been, and we have the king, the high chieftain of Rune, bottled up inside the city here. Now we are going to see if our army can take him out, as well as the couple of units he has as a garrison. Now, we don't have too many guys with us here, but this is the kind of wall we can batter down with rams if we want. We could go straight through the gate, or we could go for one of the other sections of wall. I guess it doesn't matter terribly much. I think I'm going to put my Rhovanion foresters on ram duty. Those are the guys that I think can stand to lose a few men, because I don't intend to use them in melee very much, certainly in this fight. Literally everything else is cav, and not particularly great cav, but I do have one commander here of Rhovanion nobles. But we'll just go through the gate, I suppose. We'll see what they do. They've got a unit of skirmishers here, so actually that's going to be kind of annoying. I guess I could go way over here. Yeah, let's do this. Change of plans. We're going to be a little flexible here, because I don't want to just have my foresters eat a bunch of javelins while they're approaching the gate. We certainly would have taken some losses anyway, and we're certainly going to take some losses from the towers, no matter how you slice it. But we're going to get over to about here and go for this wall. That'll, I think, expose us to minimal damage. And we'll see if the AI follows us. It looks like they've got their axemen in the center of the plaza there. They also have their chieftain with them. And the skirmishers are just hanging out on this wall. And I'm not sure if they're going to come down. Alright, I think that's probably good. We'll get them a little closer here. And then we'll go for the wall. Okay, I think that's a pretty decent angle. My goal after bashing this down is going to be just to capture this tower and then go straight for the city center. Now, seeing how that we were able to get right there without any losses, I feel like bringing in all of my units. So as this episode starts, I really don't have a plan for what we're going to do with the city. I know this is one I want to take, and this is of the 3 settlements in the southern part of Rune's holdings. This is the one that it seems most likely that I will be able to take without stirring up another enemy in the form of Khand or Adunabar. Alright, we'll just rush them in, and we will go for this tower. Yep, we're taking a couple losses there. Alright, that's fine. Get out. Now, I may want to grab this too, just so that we can hit their skirmishers if they decide to come that way. Bring everybody up towards the plaza here. Alright, get back. Okay, and they're just going to stick around. I'll probably use my smallest units of cav to take care of these skirmishers. Although, if they're coming this way, that's good. If they're going that way, I'm going to have to maybe rethink. Okay, the general's going that way, so let's bring all of our cav over. This is actually a great opportunity for us to get him when he's out of the city and mob him with our cav. Okay. Let's hold up. He's actually not moving very quickly toward us. Bring all of our guys up toward the plaza there. Let's see if we can get something going. 46 men in this Chieftain's Guard unit, and we're not having the best terrain for our charges, but we got him down by quite a lot already. And we're in a good position to intercept those skirmishers if this continues. Down to 15 already. General's getting some action. There goes the enemy commander. They should be routing pretty quickly, and then we can chase those skirmishers off. But I do want to keep pressing up towards the center here. Hillman Axe levies around here. Okay, there's one single unit of Chieftain's Guard. Let's just attack these Easterling skirmishers and hope our general doesn't die. Uh-huh. Yep. Hope that that doesn't happen. Okay. Okay, so I shouldn't just hope. Alright. Well, this may simplify what I plan to do with Amrondor. How disappointing. Alright. Well, at least we know we can throw in... Like, he was literally the only man in the unit who died. So that tells me he may have had some bad traits. I don't think any other cav units here... any other... I mean, what did he have? He may have had more than 20 men in the unit. I'm not sure. Alright, so we're here, and javelin throwing range. We're going to make the most of these guys. Are going to disappear after the battle. Very disappointing there. Let's just see if we can kind of pull them around while we get our other units at or near the plaza. Yeah, they're going to come back now. Alright, bodyguard charging in. We did get some axes thrown. Very nice. Now, I think they're going to technically count as being in the plaza here. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. But we will be able to crush them out. Let's do some repeated charges here. I mean, you know that the Rhovanion generals are kind of squishy. Alright, perfect. We'll just end this battle. But, man, how embarrassing. And I wish I could check his traits at this point to see what they were. Maybe I'll load up the save. You know, he may have been not a particularly good commander. Alright, so we're definitely laying desolate. This has a lot of population and stands to make us a good amount of money. We killed the enemy chieftain. Got a big army coming. Aha. So this is probably where those spearmen are coming from. Or at least one place. I'm sure they can train them in Tham as well. Alright. They were working on city development. How cute. We'll just take that away. And we want to get rid of the Trials of Blood. Ultimately, I'm seeing this as a place that I may take down the line. And so, given that bit of irritation with our general, and given the complete garbage that happened when we attempted to retreat from the Siege of Adel at the end of the last episode, now we've got this guy, and that's it for reinforcements. We are actually a little more vulnerable than I would like over in Amrondor. So, we're down to 45% public order. Now we could probably get that turned around into something workable. Our capital is right here, Yathin Ra. And everything to the north is looking pretty decent. We have finished the Outland Dominion in Raycoast, and in Erebos we got quite a while before that comes online. So, do I want to just sack the population, destroy those buildings, leave, and let them retake it? I mean, maybe. I just destroy the Homeland Dominion because it's not going to matter. Now, this army can get there. But yeah, let's do this. It's not going to hurt our public order too bad. And I think I want this army to be somewhere up north. Let's get our spy down to the south. Let's see what we have inside Tham. Yep, so they're training spearmen. And they've got a few other things. Okay, so, okay, we actually got 2 nobles here. So, do we want to sit here and wait for these armies to arrive? I don't think so. So let's bring everybody up north. Let's see if we can get an ambush. Actually, if I was smart, I could set the ambush right here. Yeah, let's do that. We've technically got movement points, it says. But it's certainly acting like we don't. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's going to work as an ambush. But in any case, we may be fighting these guys next turn. I think that should work. All right. We are queuing up our mountain guards. Let's see. Where do we have... All right, here's our longbowmen. We've already got 2 of them trained. It's very nice. In Bern, we can't train them yet, although we could if we get it going on the hosting halls there. I'm not sure it's worth it to spend that much money for something that's going to just be better coming out of Dale. Dale just has a better infrastructure at the moment. As we can see, if we look at Bern... Yeah, it's got Chieftain's Feasts, which is not actually giving us any experience bonuses, whereas in Dale, they've got the King's Feasts. That's +2 experience. We're also going to be benefiting shortly from, you know, the tanneries and wool makers, or the second tier at least. All right. Well, we'll just keep up the training then. We're making a lot of money now since we lost that army. From the last episode, so I guess we can afford to train more scouts to go along with everything else. Captain. But let's keep moving, everybody. And we may be able to accomplish something with these guys, actually. And do I want to build? You know, I'm thinking probably it's time to go with roads in Rhovanion, even though that is going to cost us, you know, more money in upkeep than it's going to make us in trade. I think it's just going to be a better move overall. And Adunabar is actually showing a bit of spirit here. But yeah, that army looks big on paper, but we can see that it's got a lot of kind of like low-tier levy stuff. Men of Mordor here are not spectacular units. Dark Swords are decent, but they're tier 2. Everything else is lower than that, at least as far as I can tell. So I'm not sure, honestly, who's going to win up here. My guess is Rohan will maintain the status quo. But we never know. Dunharrow managed to hold off the assault from Dunland. But I think Aldeburgh is going to fall. No help is coming for it. So even though this army is pretty garbage... in terms of tiers and everything, this is probably not going to hold out. Let's see. All right, they're trying to extort us for trade, and we're just going to get out of that. So a couple of things are of interest to me this turn. We still have Amrun-Dor. Rune did not even make a move towards it. So, I mean, what's going on here? This army is moving back north. I think we've just confused them. They are just moving guys around to defend what they've got. They're no longer terribly concerned with taking back stuff that they've lost, apparently. So, hey. Alright, Bregastelad, we're going for walls. That's going to cost us 5,000. It's in addition to some upkeep. But this is going to become an active border fairly soon. You can see that Rhovanion just keeps moving up more men to force us to match its move. So let's do that, and let's go with just a single mercenary unit down here, just see what they do. Let's go for some more scouts. We've got 4 March Wardens up here. I guess we could go for a few scouts just to round that out. And as I predicted, it looks like there was a battle here in which Adunabar probably lost. Yeah, this was the army, I think. But they seem also to have done some damage to Rohan, which is all to the good, and they still have a lot of forces in the area. So, maybe I should start moving on that old alliance. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is wait one more turn, then I'm going to move these 4 longbowmen down to the south. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to train a bunch of things right now. It doesn't really matter what it is. Just anything to get me people so that I can continue moving forces around the battlefield. Okay, that's literally everywhere I can train, at least at the moment. So, considering our reinforcing guys here, I'm also going to hold off before sending these mountain guards around. I do want to have, a good 4 to 6 of them in a single army. And I don't think they're needed against Rune, actually. I think what we're going to need them for is Rhovanion and the West. So we'll see. Rhovanion, it looks like they don't have a ton. But what they do have can be fairly decent in terms of armor. So I'm going to save those strong units. But yeah, let's move all these guys together here. It's looking a bit better than I thought. There's it's a half stack. We've got a couple of Hillman Axe Levies, Skirmishers, and Slingers. The rest is Cav. So now the question, do I actually try to hold Amrundor against my previous thinking? This army looks like it's moving north. What are they thinking? Still no mercs. But a few turns and we'll have control posts up there. Alright, well, let's see what public order looks like now. They've had a season. Okay, so the public order actually improved a little bit. They have had a season to lose population, which does kind of improve public order in a way. So I guess I could experiment with capital distance and see if that helps. Let's try Narig Zagil. Our projected profits are 3,233. Let's keep that number in mind. Whoops. All right, that goes down by about 500 and puts that at 70. So let's see if any place else has become rebellious. And the answer is no. We can actually hold that pretty comfortably. All right. So now it's just a question of, do we want to? If we look like we're going to hold this, if this army comes for us, I think we're going to get out. I think that's the plan. And just try to keep dancing away from them. Let's get some armies down, or an emissary. There is a settlement right down around here of Khand. I just want to uncover it. It doesn't actually share a border with us, though. This is the only province that does. Or the only Khandian province that does. Alright, let's get my scout over into the west. Okay, so here's an Adunabar city. We'll bring him down to see if there's any movement here. Okay, interesting. There's no war, is there, between them and Khan? No, they're still allies. Khan is, in fact, fighting Harad, so, you know, maybe I should not really worry about them attacking me too much. They've got an extremely tiny garrison on this border province and don't seem too concerned with Rune with armies right along its border. Okay, we're just going to keep moving guys around. Let's take a look at the Rohan War, and they lost Aldburg here, so... Wow. Still have Anorian, or Calenhad, but no reinforcements are going to come. So they're going to have to train everything out of here if they want it. Let's see what that looks like. They do have this army that possibly tried to defend. Yeah, Calenhad is looking kind of lame. They've got some Dunedainic militia levies, which are decent. But no cav. Probably can't train anything just yet. Alright. And yeah, Dunland keeps moving, bullying its way into Rohan's territory. Wonderful. And so now they're turning back to try to help against Adunabar. So now that we have an active Adunabar, you know, that's another thing I have to kind of worry about. If we move on Rohan too quickly, and then Adunabar decides that they want mid-deeping, that, of course, would be a problem for us. Alright, suitable husband, apparently. Poor governor, poor commander. Easterling, House of the Splintered Horn. Sounds very cool. Okay. Lazy, but at least he's youthful. He's unintelligent, but he is charismatic, so more of a politician, I guess. Higher settlement happiness and potentially higher troop morale than uncharismatic individuals. Okay, so he could kind of be a governor, but not someone who wants to get in the front lines, and he could be a governor, but not one who's going to make a lot of money. So I don't know. He seems like kind of a risk. Let's decline. Okay, great. We've got this coming of age anyway, and he's pretty bad, but at least he's energetic. That's going to help with hit points. Overbold is going to hurt hit points, but hey. So we got a new commander in the region. We'll maybe leave him here for a couple of turns and then send him off with the mountain guards just to ensure that they're not going to be bribed away. Okay, United Kingdom and Haranda are allies. That's good. I don't want the Reunited Kingdom to start attacking down here and becoming stronger. All right, we trained a bunch. Dwarves spying in Yodor. And we made a little bit of money. And here's Adunabar trying again. Yeah, they're trying pretty aggressively. Okay. So I think it's time. Let's try some diplomacy here. I want to check out my ruler, On of the Wild. He's got actually fantastic authority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Few would dare to oppose the will of a ruler so secure in his power. There's only one crown higher that he could get. And so that's great. But we could get it even higher. And he's, let's check his age. He is middle-aged. So I think, you know, it's not a bad idea to start cultivating alliances at this point, so his heir can be in a good position, I guess, when his turn comes around. Let's go ahead and see if we can make any money out of Adunabar. Offer alliance, and we will demand some money. 3,500. All right, so they want trade. I don't think they're going to give us much cash then. But let's try, like, 500. Okay, so we did at least make a little bit of money off of them, and we are allies. So now we can send this guy over to Dunland, which I think we may as well do. He's getting fairly old. It's probably actually a Dunlandish. Okay, here's one. Do we have any emissaries of our own in the area? No, but let's bring this guy over since he's getting old anyway. Just all these armies hanging around. Not doing anything. All right. Let's go over there. We'll ally with Dunland. I think if Adunabar fails to take this, I may move on it. This is of course a bit of a risk because if we take it, then Adunabar may just come to grab it from us. But at this point, it's probably a good point to be at a war with everybody on this side of the map, simply because we're probably going to at some point anyway. All right, we'll go for 3 more scouts, let's say. And we have 4 retainer longbowmen. Let's send them down the road. What do we have for agents? We've got an aging scout. Okay, here we go. We've got an old emissary. He can kind of guard them from bribery. We'll do that. Let's train another scout. And then we'll work on some more bowmen. I'll queue up another 4. Yeah, population's getting a little bit low, so maybe after that I'll take a bit of a break. Okay, Esgaroth, actually, we did train something. Let's move those guys up towards... Okay, so that Dale army's gone. That's kind of freaking me out. Oh. They're going for Gundabad. Well, that's wonderful. All right, I'll let them do that, though. I'm not going to move more troops up towards Hjorth to distract them from that. I guess I'll just move this guy over to Dale. It's kind of good to have some extra troops around here. But you know what? Let's take the swordsmen and the Barding militia levies down here. I don't think we need all the troops up here. If the dwarves attack us, we're just screwed. But I really don't think they will. So now we've got a more considerable force down here. We'll bring it down in this direction. Here we go. Bell really struggling with population again. But burn. Okay. This is our military province here. I think Yodor is trade. Or no, we haven't decided yet. But I guess it will be trade. So we could go with the hosting halls. 10,000 though. Let's just build that to queue up our industries. Go for some more swordsmen. Can't do anything else here, but I will go for another emissary just to get them out and about. In Yathin Raw, more scouts. We're doing more mountain guards here. Bring these guys over just as more men. Okay. And yeah, they've got no desire, apparently, to take back Amrondor. And they're leaving all kinds of stuff that I would love to take advantage of if I had a big army in the region. But I don't. I do have these guys. And so maybe it's time to move east with them. Because I think we could handle that. I think I'll go down here. The ideal place for a watchtower is like right here, though. I kind of want a watchtower in this region, but not at the moment when I'm gonna want one right about here, so I can keep an eye on things coming in from Mordor. So let's move over here. We're gonna move like we're going towards Tham, like we're a bunch of big idiots because we've got a tiny army. But that's kind of the plan. Hopefully, okay. Actually, this is really bad. They could combine these 2 troops and attack me. Maybe we are a bunch of big idiots. Welp. I guess we'll just see. Still got a lot of money, so let's pour it into... Well, Yathin Raw. I feel like we haven't done a lot of building here. Yeah, let's go military. We want to get another place other than Rhovanion that can train March Wardens. Okay, so there's Lug. Possibly slightly more to the east than Amrundor. And indeed, we are attacked by a host of the Chiefdom of Rune. But actually, this... So who's the bunch of big idiots now? Because they did not combine their forces. Well, it's still me, but it's also them, so that's nice. They have 1, 2, 3 Axemen, 1 unit of Spearmen of Rune, and then just other minor stuff. 2 archers and 1 warband. Okay, so they're going to let us take them on piecemeal. Very nice. All right, this is Arndor, making up for the, what was it, Captain Arn, who ran into a bunch of skirmishers and died in the beginning of the episode here. All right, we've got just light stuff, nothing that's too spectacular. Okay, they're attacking us. You know what? Let's just stay right here. Okay, that's Axemen. Axemen and Spearmen are kind of front and center. Okay, I'm just going to kind of suicide rush here so I can get to the point where I'm shooting people. The Hillman Axe Levies are going to throw 1 or maybe 2 volleys, depending on how well I can micromanage that, at the Spearmen. Let's go after the enemy general with my my cav there, and let's pull away from this because they're facing me with some warband. All right, the Spearmen are back there. Let's get around in the back. We routed their Axemen shockingly quickly. We still have 46 men in the unit. Let's go to get behind them. All right, let's come back and hit these Axemen. You should be routing. Really should be routing, I'm thinking. Okay, there we go. Finally broken. Alright, so we're just going to pull through. Let's hit the Easterling archers with all of our light cav.
The enemy general is running away.
Alright, we're going to do this right, though. Actually, no, we're not, because that was a terrible charge. Okay, there go their archers. Let's hit the other archers. Alright, you guys stop moving. There we go. Let's do this. And let's pull back with the horn. There's the general, shaken, wavering. Let's get him out. Okay, there he goes. Great. These archers are fighting, like, way better than they have any right to. Axemen have come back. Okay, here we go. We're going to hit these Axemen from behind. Spearmen of Rune are down to 37 men. Our Hillmen Axes are in really bad shape. I do think we've got this, though. Yeah, there go their Axemen. Let's hit the Spearmen. Yep, Spearmen now routing. Okay, great. I'm going to send the general up here. Maybe he can throw javelins at some of these routers before they get off the map. But actually, we don't really need to. We got the 86 number. Let's just call it here. Exit the battle before we take any more friendly fire from the slingers. Okay, yeah, a lot of losses there. Again, this was a... Well, it was an error to put my men on this spot of the campaign map, but the AI didn't take advantage of it. So I would have done that anyway, right? Like I would have placed them in reach of that big army, and I was happy to do that. All right, suitable husband, more of the same though. Like this guy is not great. Herlinda needs to get some better taste, I'm thinking. Okay. Bring the emissary back up through here.
At once, out of moves.
Yeah, Amrondor is surprisingly stable, and the AI is surprisingly uninterested in it. So let's move these swordsmen over. They'll be kind of useful for frontline stuff. I could move these guys away, but I'm kind of thinking that we want to press the advantage here, or not advantage, but just keep pressure up on them because you know, they have an army that's right there. Let's do a quick cruise around, and we'll see where we're at. We got one more unit of mountain guards before those 4 are finished, and then we can send them off. We've got let's queue up a 4th scout. We'll send them with the mountain guards wherever they're going to go. All right, we got another scout here. Let's bring him down. I think down towards Rhovanion. Yeah, Dunabar is pressing really hard here.
At your service. Moving. Secrecy is assured.
And Dunland as well, moving into Anorian. Now, it'll be really interesting to see if they get down here. They are at war with the Reunited Kingdom, so Dunland could certainly attack Minas Anor, which would really help Adunabar and would really strengthen, well, would really strengthen my position in a sense, because it's also denying that territory from Adunabar. I guess I also have to give some thought to the possibility that Dunland could become a threat. Let's see. Let's take this guy over to Entwade, and we'll see if we can get that alliance that they've been wanting for so long. I want some money out of you because you guys are not hurting. Let's go for 8,000. Probably not going to go along with that. Okay, they want us to pay, but they also want trade. So let's see, 2,000. All right, they're going to give 880. That's not bad. Let's go for a single payment of 1,000 Mirian, and they're going to give that to us, and now we are allied with Dunland and with Adunabar. I'm curious how my faction leader's authority is doing now. Not up to 10 just yet, but we are at war with a lot of factions, and so one of the things that authority is based on is how many allies versus how many enemies you have. And we just made this other ally. It may take another turn before that rolls over. I don't know exactly how many allies we need to get to increase his authority. And for every faction, it's different. Some factions don't really care about having lots of allies. Some factions only care about conquering lots of territory, and so faction leaders under those factions are going to be more authoritative the more land they take over, regardless of how many wars they have going on. So it's a bit different. Rhovanion probably somewhere in the middle in terms of how they count that stuff. All right. Well, yeah, I think we will we will do this. We will have a little battle here. Let's move our spies up.
At your service. Secrecy is assured. At your service.
Yep, there is another force right here.
Moving.
And then we can move you up kind of north, and there's another force down there. This army does look like it's going to attack Rakos, so maybe we want to hit them before they do. But I think the next battle we're going to see in the next episode, maybe this one. Gosh, we're so evenly matched. I could move away from it right now. Let's get the spy right there and see if I really want to fight this.
Secrecy is assured.
Okay, warband, cav, archers,
Orders?
and I've got more cav. Even if this is like a spearman unit, I think we'll be okay. So that's what we're going to do. Let's hit them. Okay, it's axemen. No problem. We should be just fine with this. So next episode, we're going to see this fight right here. And after that, we're probably going to move back, regroup, get that unit of swordsmen or whatever, reinforcements, and then possibly move over, I don't know, wherever it looks the likeliest. Maybe Tham. Maybe we'll send our men down from Raycoast to kind of meet up with those reinforcements. We'll see how this is all going to go, but we do have to start making some gains here. Fortunately, we've got reinforcements on the way. Thank you very much for joining me with this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, take care.